ask Rosie's gonna talk about the
As
flower.
long as you're on the breeze.
Okay, the flower thing that they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah, so perfect, okay. Oh, it's, out here, I don't know if we're passing them out or is that?
No, they're just gonna go right, they're in a thing right outside the door. I have mine set on quite a bit, so we've got time. I mean, the next business meeting is set. We're not quite ready for it. Or when I go outside that door and the water's dripping off me and then after all that, I'm freezing and then. Going the other way, it's still.
I said the theme for this.
Yeah.
To shine the stars.
So I don't know if it was because I started it so late.
Well, then we have.
But on all the premises, now the curves are looking at 50%. About that long now. So I guess.
No, because the Bristol Association went to this for
Okay.
Yeah, well, see, I.
It's all right.
And in January, I
Well, that one day I was like.
And she said, you would do that. And then I said, I know, you guys gotta work that out. This is her thing. That's right. That's what she said. I'm not just here. I said, she's sitting there with me, don't worry about it.
And this is
That's what I told her. It's all you.
No, they don't even expect.
And these guys are not scared. It's okay. You're not, I don't think so. They're very forgiving.
And Sarah, if she forgets to say something that I want brought up, I'll do it.
There was your nice thought.
I really like that.
Looking at this map, they don't have our Savior up here. Our Savior is in ours.
Member at large here. We're trying to find a house at large.
You have our Savior. Our Savior is in our country. Yeah, this is not our Savior.
Oh, yes, yes, those circles mean nothing. Those circles mean nothing. Those are mean just trying to gather, trying to figure out. So I apologize for that. I probably should have just let them go.
No, I appreciate the math as a new person to this area, that's so very.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm voluntary.
Yes, but they are, because they're the only ones out there. And I thought, no, they're the only ones not in the circle, so we should have our meeting there next year. And where are they located?
Together, we're gonna have to work together in our meetings there before.
Yeah.
We have talk for them. The contact is Kathy Cole.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I'm just gonna say yes, I need it.
Oh, she might be amenable, she's been told by a lot of things about this.
How about we do this? I might introduce you to
Yes.
who is Patty. This is Christy.
Yep.
She's thinking about running a member at large. Are you thinking about doing that? Okay, I would volunteer. It's not, there's, it's okay.
It's not a hard job. Oh, I can see
You don't wanna elect somebody that doesn't want to get rid of it.
and I came.
It's kind of crazy over here too.
And I think they have.
I should reach out to her before this meeting.
Well, you better go, yeah, you can send pictures.
I'm sure they can consider it. I'm sure she got that information.
Well, but they're not.
Don't know that they need us as welcome, but they do a lot of things.
Yeah, so
I know that.
that's all right.
I take the interstate over to
Welcome, not welcome.
60.
Wherever there's women.
Go down the back.
We're all under the
All right, I guess we should get started. All right, ladies, let's go ahead and get started with our little business meeting here. Very important stuff. So first of all, think member at large and feel the spirit move you as we talk through this business meeting. And hopefully somebody will stand up and say, you know, I'd like to do that. Patty is not going to be running again next year, so we do need somebody to fill that spot. And maybe if somebody is not here, then we no, I'm kidding.
You can just volunteer, right?
That'll get you to go to the meetings one. All right, so the only thing I really have to say right now is that we have cleared off the little photo station out there in the lobby, so you can see that. So if you want to get some pictures taken under there, that would be great. And then if you could send them to us, either me or Debbie or Patty, that would be great. Okay? All right, so I'm going to let Debbie come up here and give you some stats and figures and talk money. Ha.
And I want to thank Gloria Day for a marvelous breakfast and lunch and hosting our meeting.
I don't think that mic is on.
Yeah.
It needs to be higher. It's not on. The light's not on.
Is this on?
Oh,
It's not on.
is it little green light?
No.
No.
Previously, there was a green
There.
light.
Okay,
Okay.
now, I push the
No,
button,
there's still no green light there.
no green light.
Now try.
There you go.
Now, oh, I can hear myself. Should back up. So thank you, Gloria Day, for hosting the meeting. It's been marvelous. So our report is we have 32 attendees today, which is quite good. Gloria Day had 9, Ascension 2, Christ 2, Faith 1, Grace 3, Messiah 8, Reformation 2, St. Paul 4, and St. Timothy 1. And I thought I might explain a little bit how registration funds work. So our treasury starts out with 0 money. And with the cluster, we have our dues, or, well, they're not really dues, the registration fee. And Synod gets $4 off the top. Boom, $4. So that leaves us with 6. So with those $6 is what we have to pull this meeting together. So we appreciate those that have worked together to keep those expenses low. It may seem weird that you write checks to me, but since the treasurer supposed to change every 3 years, that checking account could be in any bank in East Tennessee, basically. So I set up a separate registration account, and then I'll put the funds in there, and then because we write so few checks, I just get some counter checks because they're free, and write out our bills. And then whatever profit, like today, we'll have $52 left over, and that leftover money, no, it goes to Synod. We'll be back to 0. And then our offering money goes to Synod, which is great. So if you're writing offering money for worship later, you can write the check either to Synod because it's going there, or you can write it to me and I'll write a check to Synod because I have to write one anyway for our $4 and our $52 left over. Does anyone have questions about how money works? Because I started thinking nobody really knows unless you've done it. And it's not hard. So when this comes up next year for election, I'll be
Everybody's like, woo, I want to do that.
I mean, it's like really easy. All the money you get, you spend it, you're done. Until next year. So anyway, thank you. Yes.
Just a question, so there's no projects that you can use the money for, once for the registration, it just all goes?
It all has to zero out, and we have a report I have to turn into Synod that shows there's no money left. So if we wanted to do a project, we'd have to self-fund it some way.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Like also, I guess, Sarah got money from Thrivent as an action team grant for the expenses for the fish pantry stuff, our scavenger hunt, so that really helped. So there's some creative ways that you can manage. Some, people give a little extra sometimes, and that helps us too, so. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, and that's me, right? And so we come to the time where we have to say goodbye to Patty as far as member at large. And I just wanted to say thank you, Patty, for everything that you've done. And the bracelets were cute, and all the craft ideas, and our trip up to Greenville and Points East. And so I've had a really good time working with you.
I've enjoyed myself.
And we're gonna really miss you, and I hope that you know that we know where you live and go to church, so.
We will be asking for your assistance anyway. So now is the time. Is there anybody who would like to nominate themselves or someone else for the position of member at large?
Why don't you say what they do?
The member at large is mostly a communications function. So it's, there's a lot of maybe emailing and phone calling. Really what we'd like them to do is keep a list of all of the women contacts in the synod, or I'm sorry, in East Tennessee, in our cluster. And maybe do some Facebook posting and that kind of thing. There's a lot of ideas floating around, not things that we absolutely want to do, but there's a lot of ideas around, like a little newsletter that comes out that showcases what each of the different congregations are doing, things like that. Yeah, well, no, that's for the whole synod. I just mean for our little, our part, our East Tennessee part. So, just really keeping in contact with, and Patty, do you want to add anything else about what you do? You, of course, work on the spring meeting. That's a lot of it.
Well, I try to get pictures and post them, and I was gonna put them in the Weaver, but we had problems in the Weaver, so I didn't want to tackle that.
Right.
That time.
Right.
So I just keep everyone informed in our cluster, and I did post there is a Facebook page for Cluster 6. If you go on there and go to groups and put in Cluster 6, or it might even pop up, and you can go in there and join. And then since I'm no longer going to be the admin either, unless you want me to. But Sarah or I can accept you, and then you'll be part of our group. I think there's 38 members on there right now from all the churches.
Right, just for online, for recording, that kind of purpose.
Yeah.
What she's saying is that we have a Facebook group for WELCA Cluster 6, Agape. And it's just a Facebook group out there, so you can search on it. And also, you should, in your email, you should have an email from me about this meeting, and at the bottom of that email was directions on how to get to that group. So if you want to make sure to get my information, of course you have it on the list that you have in your packet. If you want to email me and say, hey, how do I get on that group, or whatever, that's fine, you can do that.
I also put it on there so each church, if they had a social event going on that they wanted the rest of us ladies to know about, or other churches, you could also post it on there.
Yep.
So that's a little advertising for you guys too.
So it's sort of like a little version, it's our neighborhood version of the Southeastern Synod, WELCA. So that's what that is. So that's what a member at large does, is mostly just communications. Of course, you're going to work with me and Debbie. This is not a full-time job. And it's not that hard. So is there anybody that would like to run for member at large or nominate somebody else?
There's not a lot of trapping involved, not with the social media.
Okay. So if there's nobody that wants to nominate somebody else, if there's nobody that is willing to run, then we'll have to table this till the cluster muster, I guess, and we'll reconvene in the fall and announce somebody, and then we'll take it from there. Does that sound okay with everybody? Okay.
If I'm able, I'll help go along till the cluster muster.
Yeah. Okay. I'll work with you.
And
So
don't
that-
forget this evaluation form.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. The evaluation form in your packet, in the back of your packet. So definitely fill that out. So now I'm going to turn it over to Bridget Radford, who is our liaison on the WELCA Synod Board. Phyllis Wade is the president of the Synod Board. But she's just hanging out with me because she's at my church, so she's just here to hang out. Bridget is our liaison, so And we'll let those two work that out.
Yeah.
Here, let me
Okay.
move this closer to you so that you don't have to step on the table. Yeah, there.
Thank you. My name is Phyllis Wade. I am president of the Southeastern Synod WELCA, and I am here to invite you to our convention this year in Huntsville. The theme is Created to Shine Like Stars, based on Daniel 12:3. It's the third weekend in September, and right now I'm not remembering those dates. September. Yeah.
It's on the back of the
So
program.
everyone should have, hopefully, the end of this past week, you should have received an email with a call to convention letter, the registration form, a nomination form, and some information for voting members. If you did not get that, I had business cards on the tables where we ate lunch. Grab one of those cards before you leave and send me an email, and I'll make sure that your email address is on our contact list. And as was said, we have had some communication problems. We are working to fix those, but it's a little bit, it's been a challenge. Families don't always play nice together, whether in church, an organization, or people you're related with. So we're working on resolving all of those problems. But you should also get sometime this coming week a little update from the board that has some information about a project that we're going to be doing at Synod Assembly. How many of your congregations put together personal care kits for Lutheran World Relief? Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing at a discipleship opportunity. I think it's Saturday afternoon at Synod Assembly. So we need each congregation, if they could, to have their voting members bring 10 to 12 dark-colored, lightweight bath towels. And if you're wondering why Lutheran World Relief specifies dark colors, lightweight, these are going to people who do not have a washer and dryer. They're washing those towels out in whatever body of water they can find and hanging them on a tree branch or a shrub or whatever to dry. So no thick, fluffy towels like you might have in your bathroom. And if you don't, the best place I have found to buy them is at Walmart, and I have one if anybody wants to look at it, and they were like $2.94 a piece. We also, if possible, would like for your voting members to bring back some of the kits after they're put together, because we all have storage problems, and my little car won't hold all of them. So, and we have been very fortunate. Janice Hawkins, who's our Lutheran World Relief person, she and someone else from her church have gotten Thrive-It grants, and they're supplying all the other supplies that go into the kits. So we're looking forward to that. Anything else? And we really, really would like for you to register as early as possible for convention. We did not go up on the registration fee this year. And if you've been to convention, you know we've had some financial problems, and you're probably wondering why we didn't go up on the registration. The event will be at an Embassy Suites, so your hotel reservation fee will include your breakfast, so we didn't have to calculate the cost of breakfast into the registration fee. And on top of that, they're going to give you a couple of glasses of wine in the evening at the manager's reception. So registration through May 15th is $200. After that, it goes up to $225. We're going to have probably an earlier deadline than normal, August 31st, because I want to make sure that I get as close to an accurate number for meals as I can, because If I wait until the very last minute, they're gonna charge us for 125, even if we only have 100 people there. So I need you to register as quickly as you can. Hotel rates start at like $169 and go up from there based on the number of people. And you can, depending on how close you are to the people at your church, you can have 4 ladies in a room and split the cost. So it goes up a little bit after double occupancy, but, so I don't know if anything else you're not gonna cover? No. Okay.
But cluster 7 is really, seems to be doing a bang-up job with it. I think it's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be fun, and I will tell you, they weren't overly excited. But once they got into it, they have taken it and they have run with it. Things may not be the way they've always been at convention, because they were so excited about some of the things that they wanted to do. I wasn't gonna say no. Because I firmly believe even if we don't like something different and new, sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone. Never know what will happen. So.
Did you want to say something about Katie's table?
Why,
Yes,
I do.
No, that
Yeah, it's like I set it up with her.
that is definitely Bridget's part of this show, because she's the one who came up with the idea.
Okay, I gotta give him a moment.
Okay. And it's definitely something I don't think you've ever done before. I have one more if you need it.
Well, actually,
That could be your show and tell.
so Katie's table, we usually, it seems like we've done purses, we've done jewelry, we've done, I don't know, lots of stuff. I had the idea of grab bags because they're fun. And we're asking units to put together 10 to 15 grab bags and try to kind of create the illusion that it's worth $5. Like, Dollar Tree is the place to go. You guys keep the bags, like, you can keep them, they're yours. And use them as an example. You don't have to fill them up like I filled those up, but just to give you an idea of some of the things, we've got a little children's book. Ooh, cheddar cheese crackers. Thyme seeds. I mean, there's just lots of stuff. If you just, I get a shopping cart and go through Dollar Tree and it's like, oh no, I gotta put some of those back. But I think there's yo-yos in there, little notebooks, and just really some stupid stuff.
Is it kids stuff? Is it geared for kids, adults?
No, it's for adults.
Oh, for
What?
adults.
Who doesn't like a yo-yo? Bubbles. Bottles of bubbles. And, okay,
$1.
and $1. Because we thought if somebody, put in a 1 or 5 or 10, if somebody sees somebody get, I got a $5 bill. Oh, I gotta get some bags. And also, I mean, that's always competition. And we want them in brown paper bags so they all look alike. Because otherwise it'd be like, oh, those red bags have the money in. And then the poor little brown bags won't get any love. And the great thing about these is the storage isn't much. We'll just put them on a table, and if it gets near the end of the program and we have a few left, we'll charge $2 or $3, and they'll be gone.
This is for the September event?
Yes.
Yes, for the
Yes.
convention.
So you want each church to do like how many?
10 to 15 bags,
Okay.
and bring them to the convention.
Yeah, and one of the ideas that I shared with Bridget earlier was, if I can motivate myself, I'm thinking that I could crochet some stars and stiffen them and put a little ribbon on them, and it would be a cute little Christmas ornament. And I've also, over the years, I have collected a lot of the little devotional books. And so some of those may go in a bag or two. So, you know, if you've got somebody crafty in your congregation, see what they can come up with, maybe. And just, it'll be fun. Use your imaginations.
Explain what Katie's table is for those that may not know.
Katie's Table, that money that we raise at convention all goes to the churchwide organization. They use it. Part of it is to help women in other countries who want to go to further their education, go to seminary or whatever, and it is used for some of the churchwide ministries that trickle back down to us. So, and part of it is invested for the long term. So,
And when I say create the illusion of $5, I mean, you don't have to make sure the bag has $5 worth of stuff in it. Because if you go to Dollar Tree, I think they're gonna have to start paying me for the advertisement. But, I mean, you can get like the bubble, can I borrow your bag?
Yes.
I won't take any candy or anything.
I want that bag back.
Three of these bottles of bubble for $1.25. So, people don't know that, but, so it looks like, oh, maybe they paid $2 for it.
and blowing bubbles is a wonderful stress reliever.
It is. And the seeds are 4 for $1, but it just makes it seem full. Any questions? I think it's fun. Who doesn't like grab bags? All right, no questions? Sarah, would you like to take it?
All right.
All right.
Excellent. There are a couple of people that came up to me that want to make congregational announcements. So as they're doing that, think of it, and if there's something from your congregation that you want to share, let me know. I'm going to start with Pastor Rosie. I'm going to have you talk a little bit about the flower festival. The flower festival. That's it. Thank you.
How many of you love flowers? Well, they are important for our environment. They are important for us to care for. It's a good way of meditation. It's so many health benefits. I can go on and on. So I guess my church for years now has had a flower festival. This will be my first year attending ours. But it is next Saturday from 10 until 2, I think. 2-ish, somewhere around there. So if you come to the festival, it's sponsored by the Arissa Flower Group that's in Oak Ridge. Is that what it's called?
Arissa Garden Club.
Thank you, Arissa Garden Club. And so they will have displays of flowers all over our church, and we will also be offering music. Some of our musicians in our church, my church is very gifted with many musicians, and so we will have, the choir is going to be singing and some other music, and then there's also going to be a plant exchange, and there will be someone from the library to give out seeds for free. So all of this is for free, and you can come also, and lunch, and so you can come for free and enjoy some music, look at some beautiful flowers, and if you want to bring a plant to exchange, you can do that too. It doesn't have to be anything big, anything small. You can just bring whatever you'd like, or don't bring anything, and you can just come and enjoy the flowers. So I just wanted to let you know about that. Okay? Hope to see you there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Pastor Rosie from Grace Lutheran in Oak Ridge. So this will be at Grace Lutheran in Oak Ridge, okay? You need the physical address? Probably not.
131.
131. That I know, Donna. Thank you.
It takes a village.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and now I'm going to have Mary Jane, I'm going to have her come up from Reformation and talk a little bit about the collection site and some of the needs that we have in that.
Lutheran World Relief Collections dates this fall are August 23rd and 24th at Reformation. I think we figured out, we posted this for about 30 years now, although it's been at different locations. Not always, it's been in Greene County, but not always at the church. But we're going to be at the church again this year, the parking lots, on Friday afternoon and Saturday morning. Friday afternoon from 4 to 7:30, and on Saturday mornings from 8:30 to 11:30. If anybody has any free time, we can always use a little extra help sometimes. We're all getting older, we can't get in the truck. So, it's
What's the
some of our
date again,
big-
I'm sorry? What
I'm
was the
sorry.
date?
August 23rd and 24th. I just would encourage your congregations to participate in the Lutheran World Relief Gathering. It's a very worthy ministry. It not only goes to our third world countries, but it also helps in tragedies that happen here in the United States. Things went to Louisiana, Texas, during the floods in Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee. So it's not just an overseas project or a third world country project. It helps people here too, which it's always important to have everyone. But has anybody got any questions? But I would encourage each congregation to participate in some way. We had 9 or 10 participate last year in our cluster, and we could have about 15 or 16 if everybody worked real hard. We'd like to have that.
What were the hours again?
4 to 7:30 on Friday afternoon, and 8:30 to 11:30 on Saturday morning. Bring your stuff, package. You've got the instructions in your packets, I think. I've got it online under Lutheran World Relief. Janice Hawkins will send all that to us about no more than 40 pounds per box, and keep everything that you make. Keep light things like personal care kits in one box and quilts in one box and so forth. Don't mix it up, keep it separated out. And 40 pounds is the limit that we can really lift easily, because you've got to get up in the truck and pack it on boxes and wrap it. So we have a good time, we have fun, and eat and do all that too.
So if we want to come down and help you guys do that, what should we do to let you know that we're coming?
Just call me, I guess.
Okay,
Just
okay.
get a hold of me. You've got my email on my
Okay.
phone number. Or
Yeah.
yeah, just communicate.
Okay.
And we'd be happy to have you. As I say, we don't need 20 people. I don't want to say that, but if any of you, want to come and help us, we've actually begged for help in the past, but sometimes our young people we don't have, and that's also football opening night, and they scatter at 5 o'clock. So then it's left up to us, the ladies, and a few older gentlemen to help us do this. But we have a good time doing it. No, we do have a good time. But that's all I have about that, unless somebody's got a question. I just wanted to make you aware of the dates and the times, and just please try to participate. So.
Okay, awesome. Any other congregations that need to give a report, like to let us know what's going on? All right, in that case, we'll take a short break. And then, oh, we didn't do the minutes. I didn't, minutes. I mean, details. Yes.
I'd like to come up and talk about our craft fair.
Oh, okay, sure. You go ahead and talk about the craft fair, and then we'll do the minutes, we'll approve the minutes from last year and the... Perfect.
I'm Patty Harmon from St. Paul Lutheran Church in Maryville. This year we're holding our 3rd annual charity craft fair. We have it in the church and the outside of the church. We're having 2 food trucks, and all the money we get in from the vendors and their applications and other little projects we do throughout the church for the charities only are going to be going to Haven House, which is a private house for abused women and their children, and New Hope, which takes in children that have been sexually and verbally, or they've been abused as well, other than just sexually. So those 2 are new for us this year, and we're all getting excited. Last year we had 46 vendors. This year we're looking to hopefully maybe get 60. And the dates is October 6 and 7. the first weekend in October. And the time is 10 to 5 on Friday and 10 till 3 on Saturday. So if you're out, don't know what to do, flea marketing or whatever, just stop in. We'll be glad to see you. Thank you.
Okay, yes,
Can I also give one from the
of
side?
course, of course. This is where we want to share what each other is doing, so this is very, very important.
Yeah, Messiah also has what we call a holiday market. We've been doing this, I don't know how many years. I think I've been probably 10 or 15. I've been chairing it, and I'm going to co-chair with somebody else this year. So we're going to have a little more fresh ideas and fresh blood. And, ours is the first Saturday in November. And we host it from 9 to 2, and we don't have as many crafters as St. Paul does. I love their ambition for that, but we usually have about 35 different vendors, crafters, and a lot of repeats. I usually send the invitation out to the church secretaries, to the Lutheran church secretaries, and ask them to share that somehow with the congregation. But we'll host it again this year, and we have not picked a charity yet for who will be our recipient.
November 2nd.
We've had different ones, haircuts, which serves the homeless. We've had, different fish pantries. We've had, what have we had, ladies? Anyway, we've had a lot of different, we choose somebody different, try to choose somebody different each year, and then we give them the proceeds of the vendor fees. So, and we will have, we have a little complimentary snack in the morning, coffee, donuts, and then we also have a silent auction table, and then we have a WELCA craft table. So we have ladies of the church, we do a certain project or something and put things together and have a craft table, and our big, I guess, money makers is our bake sale. And we have lots and lots of great stuff for our bake sale. And then we'll offer a sack lunch. I think it's usually $5, and you get a sandwich, chips, cookie, and a drink. So we'd love to have you all come out. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong dates for our craft show. It's October 4th and 5th, the first weekend in October.
October 4th.
Yeah, 6 and 7 was
St.
last
Paul's.
year.
All right, so are we ready to do minutes? In your packet, you have both the minutes from last year's meeting as well as the cluster muster report. So if you want to pull those out and look through those and see if there's any changes you need to make. Anything?
I move the minutes be approved as printed.
We have a motion to approve the minutes as printed. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Patty. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay. And I guess what we'll do now is take a short break. What time is it? About 20 till. And then, do you guys want to just take a 10-minute break and start the service a little early, or we should not do that?
Let me make sure I'm an organist.
The service will begin at 2 o'clock. Talk amongst yourselves.
And if anybody wants to actually look at a towel, I've got it out, and I printed out some instructions if you've never done personal care kits.
Yeah.
I want to know who the youngest person is that's here. You need to clap hands for her for coming. See some younger people here too.